Welcome to another PC Sportscards PSA submission reveal. This is Josh with PC Sportscards. If you don't know who we are the largest submitter of cards to PSA. Over 400,000 cards sent in 2021 alone. We do these videos 3 or 4 times a week. Basically, we go through cards that came back from PSA, cards going to PSA, stuff that we have up in consignment, and some hobby how-to videos. If that's the kind of stuff you like, hit that subscribe button, click the little bell, get alerts every time we post something. This is an economy order that came back, about 160 cards, came back on Friday, and we wanted to use some cards that we don't normally see. First one is a 1980 Star Wars Yoda card. So, as you could tell, not many of them graded, which to me rings off the bell of, I can make money on this. And if you're looking at it, maybe at $50 you can't, but if you're looking to send in at that $18 level that just popped up, or $21 through us via our website, you can make money as long as you're getting a 7 or better here. So look for the condition, be extra picky when you send it in, and there's potential for a lot of money. And what this also tells me is, what other cards from this set can I make money from? There's got to be some good Luke Skywalker cards in there, Princess Leia, Chewbacca, R2-D2, all those guys will be in there, so there will be money to be made. Check those pop reports. As you can tell on the bottom of the screen, there's a pop report here that says there's 32 cards graded. Go to psacard.com, search in the pop report, and you'll be able to see how many of a card are graded, and then you can be making money on Yoda as well. So, first card. And again, we're only going to go through 5 cards. We had some really good feedback, and if you agree, disagree, make sure you comment on these cards. Tell us what you think, if you agree or disagree that you can make money or not make money on these cards. The next one up is one of my favorite inserts. I actually have an Olajuwon sitting around here, not graded, that I might grade. But a lot of people think, hey, it's a Jordan, I should grade it. The problem is, looking at this one specifically, there are only 330 of these graded, and over 200 of them are 8s or 7s, 8s or worse. So 7s, 8s, 6s, all that stuff, right? So 65% of the cards you're not getting a really good grade on. So is there money there, right? With an 8, sure, you'll make money, $500, but with a 7, you're losing money just on the grading alone, right? It's going down in value from getting that 7 grade, just like this one. So what you really have to do when you're looking at these cards is, I'm going to zoom a little here. See all this white chipping along the edges and along the bottom and the corners? All this wear, all this light wear is what's causing you to get a 7 on these cards. So the surface is generally pretty good on this kind of stuff, unless it was sitting in a pile of other ones, then it's not. If you were like most 90s kids, 80s and 90s kids, what you did is you got these cards, you stuck them in a binder. The problem is the whiting happens, right? It's just a thing of wear, about playing with the cards and seeing the cards and using the cards. It's going to happen. If you get some of these Jordan inserts and you don't have that chipping, that's the main thing I would look for. Look for that chipping around the outside. If you don't have that, send it in. And not for nothing, another card that I would be sending in at the $18 level. You may be saying declared value is $199. Yeah, but odds are I'm going to get a 7, maybe an 8. And if I get an 8 and they upcharge me to 30 and I waited an extra 2 weeks or 3 weeks to get it back, I don't care, right? I'd rather protect my investment, spend $9 to $12 less, sending it in at the lower level. And the way the market is right now, if that becomes a $350, $400 card, they may not even upcharge you. I'm not in a rush to get it back. I'll send it at the $18 level, wait for it to come back, get it back, and make my money. Protect my downside while still having the upside potential. Next, some of my favorite cards are vintage. Next up, I think grading vintage is still one of the best things to do if you know how to look over cards. Obviously, with vintage, it's a little bit harder. You know what? Let me zoom out a little because we have a lot of information on the screen. So, like I said, we have a lot of information. This is a conversation we've had a lot of times. This is what we call collector's grade versus investor's grade. So we have highlighted here the 950 for the PSA 6. That is what we would like to call the collector's grade, right? The most at a level are graded there. So from there and down, you're going to be roughly the same price point, not a ton of appreciation. Once you get a 6.5, 7, and higher, that's when you'll start seeing massive appreciation. So what we wanted to show here, so on the left we have the pop for PSA. On the right where those prices are, that's called VCP, VintageCardPrices.com. The top number is the highest it sold for, the middle number is the average, and the bottom number is the lowest it sold for. So let's use that middle number. As we can see, a 5 sells for $310 and a 6 sells for $345. Not a big difference. That's why we're calling that the collector's grade. You can get it in the best possible grade where you're not going to get a ton of appreciation, but it's as nice as you could probably get, and it's not going to be that much more expensive. Look, a 4.5 is $240. For $100 more, you get a 6. I'll take the 6 every day, right? But then we start hitting big numbers. A 7 is double a 6. Then an 8 is another double of a 7. So big jumps when we get above into that investor grade because less of them available, not that many of them will hit the market, so we're going to see that appreciation faster. So when you're looking at vintage cards that are already graded to buy, you want to get one above whatever the collector's grade is. The collector's grade is easily determined by the most of a card that is in a certain grade. So if there were 1,100 5s, I would be calling the 5 the collector's grade. If there were 1,100 7s, I'd be calling a 7 the collector's grade, right? It depends on every card is different. Every single card is different. Once you get above the collector's grade, you start seeing the investment, you start seeing major profits. So what I wanted to show you on the top also, so after we have that conversation, let's have a conversation about the top, where we're seeing people will declare a card EX Mint, or whatever they want to declare it on their eBay listings. You can see there's 2 raw ones listed on top that both listed EX Mint, one for $50, one for $385, when a PSA 6 actually goes for $380, which is excellent mint condition. You have to be able to evaluate the picture. That's it. You just have to be able to evaluate the picture. And if you also look, that auction was $50 via auction, and the PSA, the EXMT fixed price was via fixed price best offer. So auctions and seeing that price are what's going to make it possible to get that card. Now, for me, I'm seeing it as a $50 card. I'm looking at a VCP and I'm saying, as long as I get a 4 on this, I'm making money, right? Especially $18 grading levels back, guys. Send it in for $18. Even if it gets a 3, I'm probably making money. A 2, I'm not so sure. But as long as those cards don't have creases, and if they have creases in the back, right? Or probably at this point won't even get through to you. So you could find deals on vintage cards as long as you understand where the collector and investor prices are, and you understand what you're going to get out of it in every grade using something like VCP. 3 down, 2 to go. All right, next up, we're going to zoom back into Bobby Witt. We've talked about this card a lot, but to me, this is a perfect card for $18. Absolutely perfect card. We're getting already to the All-Star break. We're not rushing to get stuff back. The Royals are not making a huge playoff run. I'm not worried about that. $25 raw. And just over 3,000 of the 3,100 that are graded are a 9 or better. If it's a 9 or better, I'm making money at $21. Even, and if it's a 10, making even more. I think we're going to see a lot of people grading these cards. So I think there's a lot of them in there already. I think there's going to be a lot of them coming back. So I would wait till the backlog is gone to see where these stand. We're already at 3,000 graded. If that gets to 4, 5, 6,000, I'm out. Completely out. That number's going to drop quickly. With the $18, we're going to see a lot of people saying, I'm the only one thinking this, so maybe it's not the best thing to send in. If you have to get outside of that bubble, I think that maybe getting it in faster, I think that might be an option. The numbers are telling me it's a perfect card to send in at the $18 to $21 range. The numbers are saying it right now. I would track it for a month to see where those stand. And if they stay in the same kind of area, then I would consider sending 2 or 3 in that I think have a good shot at a 10 because I know no matter what, I'm safe at a 10. If it's a 9, I'll probably end up breaking even, right? I'll probably end up breaking even depending what I paid for that card. So these mega boxes are pretty easy to grade, pretty safe card to send in, and I like Bobby Witt going into next year. Last but not least, show me the money. Shohei Ohtani. So, again, we're trying to get, since we're not going through every single card, taking a half hour to go through 150 cards, and we can actually talk about these cards, putting more information on there so you guys could see it all, trying to make it big enough so you could see everything that we want to put up there, and then we could talk about it. This is a refractor. If you look on the left, we have the pop report for X refractor, pink, and base. As you could tell, none of these are hard grades. Referring to Topps Chrome in general, it's generally not a hard grade, right? So I would probably stay away from base. Easy to do, right? Hell, I looked it up. A base in an SGC 10 is $100. A 9.5 though is only $60. So you're probably losing money with an SGC 9.5 on this card already, because there's a lot of them graded in SGC, and there's just less demand for SGC holders than there is for PSA holders. Simple fact, right? Huge upside in the refractor if you get a 10. Enormous upside, right? 130 to 401. That's a big number for a $50 grade. I would be still sending these in at $30 to $50. I would not be going down a level, because I'm sure other people are planning to go down a level, and there's enough money in it that I would at least be at the $30 level on this card. Talking base, I'm looking at $19 probably. There's already 5,000 graded, and over 90% are a 10. So it's like, to me, it's the perfect churn card. Right? There's still going to be, even if that 190 goes down to 150 for 18 or even $30, I'm making money, right? If that 106 goes down to 70 at the 18 to 21, I'm making money. At the 30, I'm breaking even, losing a little bit, right? Very few lower than a 9. So I'm looking for where the market is missing cards. Looking at pinks, looking at X's. X's are great cards, tougher to grade because of all the lines going through. Pinks, I think, are really easy to grade and a lot of money in them, and there's only 550 graded right now. To me, if I wanted to take advantage of this market, I would be hunting down the pink refractors, the X refractors on eBay that I think look sharp enough to get 10s, sending them in for $30, getting them graded, getting them back. That's what my strategy would be if I were playing this game, and that is like the perfect price point to start running that grade and flip business, right? I'm probably not going to do it because I have other fish to fry, but that is the strategy that I would look for. And then I would look at other rookies around the same kind of pop and see what their prices were. And Ohtani's a different beast right now. He is revolutionizing baseball again. Crazy to say that in 2022 he's revolutionizing baseball, but he is. There's a lot of money in Ohtani stuff right now. He is still underappreciated, especially at the lower end stuff. There's money to be made. The $18 level is perfect to get it back next year. And even if you get 30, you're going to get it back, but you have to sell it right away. Even if you're selling it in the middle of the winter, you have to sell it right away and do it all over again. All right, guys. 5 cards, under 15 minutes. I have some more videos like these videos coming up this week. And again, comment, agree, disagree, like, don't like. Hit that subscribe button if you like these videos, and let us know what you think. So thanks so much, and have a great day.